Welcome back, everyone. It's Against the Spread, Week 10 NFL picks. Christian, Week 9 was a little bumpy in the road, but we ended the week on a good note with 2 units on the Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to Week 10 here. We got something immediately for tonight in 1 hour with the Bengals Ravens game. And
Absolutely.
Christian, you want to hit us with a recap for Week 9, and we'll get into the Week 10 slate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, all right. So last week, let me get it pulled up here. I know we made some progress on the negative units. I think we were down like 3.26 last week. So we chipped away a little bit with the Bucks, 2 units on them on Monday night.
Yep.
So yeah, so Bucks Monday night plus 10.5. I had 2 units on that, so gained 2 units there. Indy plus 5.5 was a miss. And then we had the over in the Seattle game, LA game, that was a miss. But we did have Rams money line, so we hit on that. These are all 1 units, by the
Canceled
way.
it out.
Titans pushed at -3, and
That was
then
tough.
yeah, that
Uh,
was tough.
the Drake May touchdown at
Throw,
the end.
yeah, that was killer.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so had that, and then Miami +7, we hit that for a unit. Giants +4, another tough L, lost by 5. And then the under in that game we missed as well. What would we miss that by? That's 8, 9. You missed it. It was under 44.5. They scored 49.
It was that touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
touchdown at the end. Jets money line that hit. And then I think
Jets.
that was Thursday night, wasn't it? That was it, right?
That was not Thursday night, but it was Thursday night. Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
It was yeah, 21-13.
Yeah,
Cool.
and so that was the recap for last week.
Well,
Um,
still Cole's still hovering around that 500 line.
mhm.
Um so week 10 got about what, 10 weeks, I mean 8 weeks left.
Mhm.
Um and let's get hot this week. Let's
Yep.
let's get let's get over the 500 mark, and it starts tonight. Bengals at the Ravens. Ravens are a 6.5 point favorite at home. Over under 52 and a half. Um, Joe Burrow as an underdog in his career is like 80% against the spread. They should have won game one in this series this season. They had a McPherson field goal to win, and the snapper or the holder misplaces it. He misses it. Ravens going to win, right?
Right.
6.5 is way too many points. We're going to be taking the Bengals plus 6.5. I mean, Joe Burrow is an underdog. I'll take it all day, man. He's been lights out this year. Has a chance to win the MVP if he keeps it rolling. And I mean, if he wins that division, and we're in week 10, and what, they're 2 or 3 games back. If he wins that division, I think the MVP is his if he keeps playing the way he is. I love the Bengals tonight. Colm, I know you've also added some stuff on this game, more
Mm.
prop related. You want to get into that?
Yeah. So the props that I added was going to be Joey B over 250, and then add that with we're going to parlay that with Joey B over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Which honestly I think he has 4 or 5 tonight. And I think the 250 is going to be super easy too. Because I know that they've been struggling with the running game a bit. They did just get Khalil Herbert from the Bears, so that is going to change. Maybe not this week. I don't know if they'll have him ready to, schemed up and ready to go this week. But look for him in the future to get the running game started. But I think this is going to be a Joey B game. Like, hey, I'm the MVP. Let me just shred these guys. Lamar Jackson, I think, is like 5-1 against Joe Burrow or something crazy. So I know Joe Burrow's got a bad taste in his mouth about that. Probably been hearing it all week about how Lamar's got his number. And I think the Bengals are just a more hungry team. This is not a must-win spot for the Ravens. This is a must-win spot for the Bengals. So I mean, if the Ravens come in here just a little bit relaxed, I think the Bengals win this outright. So yeah, give me Bengals plus
Oh,
6.5 all day.
yeah, it's just way too many points
Way too many. Like how
with a
you gonna get Joe
quarterback
Burrow
like
plus six and a
with
half?
Burrow, right? So, and like I said, he's like 80% against the spread as an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty incredible. So we'll move on. Sunday, 9:30. This is going to be, what is this, Germany?
I believe
Is that in
so.
Germany? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
this is the
I think
Germany
that's,
week, I
yeah,
believe, week
Germany.
10.
Giants at or I say at the Panthers. Panthers are the home team in Germany. Um,
They had to give it to him. They suck.
Giants are a 6.5 point favorite. Uh, Yeah, just two ugly teams, ugly game, bunch of unknowns. If I had to lean away, I would probably lean the Panthers plus the points. I don't think the Giants are that much better. It's just very, very a lot of unknowns here, especially with the Panthers. Like I don't know. I don't nothing. If you bet this game, you need to call the number, right? It's one of those games.
Yeah, if you're betting any Panthers games, honestly, like just I mean, if you're taking the Panthers, call the number. But yeah, I got nothing on this game. I got absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we can move on
Wouldn't touch
quick. You'll
this with a 10
probably
football.
probably be sleeping at this during this game if you stay up Saturday night. Um, Terrible game. I mean, poor Germany. They get this shitty ass game, right? So we'll move on. So this game is we both like this game. Broncos at the Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
Mahomes is nursing the ankle injury. Broncos defense has been one of the best in the league this year, with Surtain at the helm. Listen, the Chiefs don't cover big numbers usually in Patrick Mahomes' career, and I think defensively they match up with the Chiefs because we know the Chiefs defense is pretty good with Spag calling the plays there.
Mm-hmm.
So, me personally, and I think Christian, you're on the same wavelength here. I think 7.5 is way too many points. Not saying that the Broncos are going to win. I bet there's some crazy thing that happens at the end of the game, and the Chiefs go down and kick a field goal, and the refs bail them out, or whatever happens with the Chiefs. But 7.5, a lot of points. We will take the Broncos to cover that, especially with Mahomes
Yeah.
nursing that ankle injury. Don't think he's going to be as mobile as he usually is, and that's where he's dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely kicking myself on this game. Had this posted like on our account that we use to track all of our bets. Basically had this. Yeah, no free advertisement, but we had this at plus 10 earlier in the week, and you texted me this morning and we're like -7.5 or +7. They're at -7.5. The Chiefs are. And I'm like, dude, I literally had it at +10 and didn't post it because I was just waiting to see if we could get somehow like a better number, like a 10.5. And yeah, I should have posted it, man. I gotta start. That's like the third or fourth time this happened this season, so I'm just gonna start posting them early. So make sure you're in the Discord because at this point,
Yeah.
I always look at it like on Tuesday or something. I always just look at the games and kind of just get a little first look of what I would take, and I gotta start posting them then because I'm missing out on some good numbers now. But
I mean, that's where you get the value early in the week, right?
yeah,
So,
but Broncos are gonna hold the Chiefs. I love this under 41.5 as well. I think it's gonna be a really low scoring game. I think this is gonna be like a I don't know, like a 17-14 or something. I could see it being something weird like that. So I like
that'll be good for us.
yeah, I like the under a lot. And I think I think Denver, it's the same play as last week. This is actually even better play than last week. I actually like this play more than I like the Tampa +10.5 because the Broncos just got blown out too, and their coach is Sean
Big
Payton,
number.
and he's gonna be in that ass. So yeah, give me Broncos.
Love it.
Absolutely love it.
Yep, rolling there. All right, cool. Moving on. Steelers at the Commanders. Steelers are a 2.5 point underdog on the road. We know we love Mike Tomlin in underdog spots,
Rookie
and
quarterback.
We love him even more against a rookie quarterback. And the Steelers, I mean, they might be the better football team here, right? I mean, defensively they definitely are.
Absolutely defensively. Oh my god. Especially with the signings that they just made.
They've actually looked really good offensively with Wilson back there. So we will take the Steelers +3. We're going to buy the half point. Steelers +3, I think is a must bet, right? I mean,
Yeah.
defensively they're better, and offensively I think they've gotten a lot better
And
from
then
the
adding
one,
Mike
right?
Williams, who I
They
know
did
Mike
add-
Williams had some bad plays with the Jets, but I mean he was also with the Jets. Like this is just like the Steelers is a way different organization than the Jets. Like this is a solid as solid as organizations get when it comes to like coaching and like culture. So I think this culture and this team is exactly what Mike Williams needed right now. So I think he's going to flourish in this offense, and also Russell Wilson loves to throw the deep ball. Mike Williams loves to catch the deep ball. I think they're going to be great together. And then Preston Smith from Green Bay, adding that to the defensive line. I think that was a lot bigger signing than people realize because T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, like Cam Hayward's getting old. T.J. Watt's getting gassed, just pass rushing every single play. But yeah, I love that signing too to give T.J. Watt a little bit of break and just give them some fresh legs rushing the passer. So yeah, I love this Steelers spot. Give me Steelers all day. And it is not a biased
Love it.
pick. It's a smart pick.
No, it's not because I like it. I like it as
Exactly,
well,
exactly.
and I'm not a Steelers fan, so we'll move on. Vikings at the Jaguars. The Vikings are a 7-point favorite on the road. Christian, what are you
Let's
thinking
move.
here?
I really wanted to take the Jaguars. It was at +4, and then it got announced Trevor Lawrence was out, so I'm so glad I didn't take it. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's I don't feel like you can touch it because -7. I think the Vikings are not as good as everyone thinks. This Jaguars team is a lot feistier than everyone thinks. I just think that they've had some like their play calls on offense this year have been bottom 5 in the league. Like their offensive play calls have just been horrid. But yeah, I don't want to touch this +7 without Trevor Lawrence, but I'm not going to lay the 7 with the Vikings. So it's a no bet for me.
yeah. I think Peterson's going after this year.
Yeah.
Made a comment about Sam Darnold today. I think a reporter asked, like, "What do you think's something along the lines of like, what do you see in Sam Darnold's improvement, or what do you think about Sam Darnold's improvement?" And he said, "Justin Jefferson." That's all he said.
Oh
Um,
my God. He's
so
not
anyway,
wrong, but that's
so
funny though.
yeah, I think you're spot on. Numbers
I
big,
think you gotta
back
say
up
Kevin
quarterback for the
O'Connell too, though.
Jags. Yeah, exactly right. He's a fantastic coach.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we will gladly pass on this game.
yeah.
Moving on, Falcons at the Saints. Falcons are a 4-point favorite on the road against the Saints here. When was the last time the Falcons were a favorite like that in New Orleans,
Why
right?
couldn't the Saints just fire Dennis after this week, man?
And that's why we will not be taking the Falcons. Head coach fired. You in the NFL when a head coach is fired, that next week, next couple of weeks, there's like a juice in that team in the teams like they want to play for that interim coach, right? Head coach. We've seen it. We've seen it happen with the Raiders. I think it was last year, and that guy gets hired and he's a terrible head coach. But like there's some type of, I don't even know how to explain it, but when a head coach gets fired, those players want to play for that interim head coach, like a lot more energy in the building.
Yeah.
And
Usually when the head
that is,
coach gets fired, there's a reason, and then the other coach comes in, and they're like, "Finally, we got like the reason
yeah, we
out."
see it every year. We see it every
Yeah,
year.
they're like, "Oh, we
Teams
fixed our."
somehow,
Like someone gets fired, and it's like, "Oh, we fixed our problem," but really, in 2 weeks,
yeah.
you got the same problems that you had when the coach was there.
And the Saints, remember, were 2-0 to start the year. Everyone was talking about how good this team was, and they've lost 7 straight.
Poor
It's just,
Dennis, bro.
yeah,
That
this
that
this team is
that must have really sucked. Like you start off
this
two
team
and zero.
is
Oh man.
a lot of question marks, man. So, anyways, yeah, we'll move on. We both don't like this game. Just too many question marks, coin flip game. So, all right, moving on. 49ers at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are a 6.5-point underdog at home. What are we thinking, Colm? What do you like here?
I mean, I think the Bucks are just too beat up to take the 6.5. I love the 6.5 number always,
Right.
especially at home. But like, they're so beat up. Todd Bowles is a dumbass. I just can't. I can't touch it. I can't trust Tampa again because like even watching that Chiefs game, man, like some of the decisions Todd Bowles makes, you're like, what are you doing, dude? Like, why are you not going for 2 at the end of the game right there? You're telling me
That was crazy.
you're gonna tell me they're like, hey man, yeah, let's just give this ball to Patrick Mahomes in overtime. You know they're gonna win the coin, like you know that you know Patrick knows where to go. That coin is weighted one way. You know what I mean? So you just got to go for 2. Like the Chiefs are a team of the NFL's team, man. You cannot take them to overtime. Go ahead and win it on that play or lose it on that play. But yeah, anyway, I can't trust Tampa Bay with all the injuries that they have.
Correct.
49ers
Yeah.
have McCaffrey coming back. So honestly, the only way I could look gun in my head would be 49ers minus 6.5, but not on their
Yeah,
own.
I agree. I just don't like the big number on the road. Shout out Nick Bosa, um, MAGA.
Yeah, he's questionable as well.
Is he?
Hmm.
He should be pumped up after that election Tuesday.
Yeah, he might have got too drunk. That's why he's questionable.
Yeah, that's you probably spot on. Um, but yeah, I agree with you. I think the number is too big here. We both like the 49ers to win. All right, moving on. Bills at the Colts. Colts are a 4-point underdog on the road. This is Joe Flacco's second start since AR got benched. Coleman, I know you like something here. Kind of give me what you're thinking and your analysis on that.
I mean, benching AR, I feel like it was kind of dumb, but also at the same time he tapped out. Um, this game specifically, I think it's a big indie spot at +4. I'm as a Colts organization, I feel like you have to leave Anthony Richardson in as a this year right now trying to win it all. It's just funny to me that you're putting in Joe Flacco like, yeah, let's go win the Super Bowl, guys. Like, no, just go get some better draft picks. Leave Anthony Richardson in. Let him either get hurt or, sling this thing around. Run QB draws 4 times in a row. Like, who cares? But run the guy into the ground at least
Well,
before you bench him. But
I think you got to look at it in this standpoint that the head coach there, he's got a he's got a time clock, right? These head coaches aren't they don't have that much time. So when he looks at it,
but that's
I
kind
think
of
he's
my
looking
point.
at it like I got to go win.
Right, that's kind of my point though. Like you swung in, like say Anthony Richardson is a swing and a miss. You admit that he's a swing and a miss. I want the quarterback that's going to play either that has the most upside, but also could win us 2 games, and then I have a top 3 pick, and I can go after a different guy. But like now they're going to put in Joe Flacco. They're going to win 9 games, make the playoffs or something, and they're going to lose in the first round, and then they're going to have a shit pick. They're not going to be able to get a quarterback. They're going to sign some trash can like they always do. So I don't understand why teams are just like, same thing with the Panthers. Like, why are you trying to win games right now? Just leave Bryce Young in. Like, if he's not good, he's not good. Like, you got some more games to figure it out. Like, let him figure it out. But other than that, love this Colt spot. +4. Give me the +4. Joe Flacco and that offense played like absolute shit last week. It was the worst game they've played all season. They're going to come hungry against this team. Buffalo's the most overrated team in the NFL. In my opinion, Josh Allen is possibly the best player in the NFL, though, if it's not Lamar Jackson.
I agree with that one. Yeah, I think
he's just
I
Superman. Like it seems like he's playing defense from the sideline. Like he's just that good. So
yeah, I don't really have an opinion much on this game. I like the +4 though, for the simple fact of the Bills secondary is probably their most weak. This is probably the weakest part of the team. And Joe Flacco likes to sit back there and sling the thing. So if he can get a comfortable pocket and throw the ball a little bit, I think that they cover that 4 points. So moving on. Patriots at the Bears. Bears are a 6-point favorite. Um, listen, Drake May is quietly becoming the best quarterback out of that. And I know Jaden Daniels
well,
has been really good, but you get what I'm saying.
yeah,
I think he's been
he's better
the
than
top.
Caleb Williams.
Well, we've only seen 2 games, right? So we've seen Caleb 8 games.
And
I don't
Caleb's
want to
offensive line is also the worst in the
I don't
league.
want to put too much merit in that statement, but what I mean is like he's playing really well. I really like what I see out of May. Um, they had a chance to win last week. Big comeback there at the end with that crazy touchdown that he did. Just kind of kept the play alive. I like what I see out of him. I think 6 points is way too much. But I'm not going to bet on it on a rookie quarterback matchup. I can tell you that. So,
Especially with
um,
this Bears defense.
yeah, exactly. That's probably their secondary is the best part of that team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so May could come out there and struggle, or if they mix in the run, they can run the ball a little bit, and
Yeah.
then he can run as well, right? If he gets,
This
he
Chicago team though is just like they're playing like they want their coach fired. You know what I mean?
well, they should have fired him last year. That was, I mean, terrible decision. They could have had
And they've never
the
fired a
OC
coach.
for the Lions.
They've never fired a coach in the middle of the year, but like if they don't fire this guy, this team could just stop playing. Like, dude, did you see these guys that last week too in a game, dude? One of their DBs legit just stopped the running. Like literally, it was a run to the opposite side, but he took 2 steps and just stopped.
Well, you saw the DJ Moore thing too.
I was like, what? Yeah, like
Yeah,
dudes are just
where he
quitting.
walked off the field.
Dudes
Well,
are just quitting.
they should have fired him last year. They could have had the Lions OC. I think it's.
I've
I think
heard that.
I mean
Ben
that
Johnson
dude.
wants that job bad.
That dude was a. Imagine him with the weapons they have in Chicago, right? I mean, they have really
Didn't
good.
they play Chicago and he ran some crazy ass plays on them, just kind of being like, didn't they
I think
play
so.
them?
Yeah. I mean, they're in the same division. They play twice. So.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I think you're. God, when did they play? I gotta see
September,
that.
didn't they? I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. They haven't played yet.
They haven't. They haven't played.
Hmm.
They play. They play like twice in 4 weeks.
Oh, that sucks for Bears fans.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. Well, moving on to the Titans at the Chargers. Chargers are a 7-point favorite at home. Total's 38.5 with a 7-point favorite. Interesting there. I think that's way too many points with that low of a total, but I don't trust the who's starting for. We know the quarterback for the Titans yet, or is it Levis? Or are we still with Rudolph?
We're still with Rudolph.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to bet on Rudolph, right? Come on.
No.
But I can't
Coming
take
from a
7
Steelers
points.
fan, I love the guy, but no, can't bet on Rudolph.
7 points is just too much. The Chargers are going to win this game, though. Big teaser play here.
This could just be a Jim Harbaugh TOP 21-7 type of game.
You got to love